Are you nice and comfortable?
Yeah.
Right, get your seatbelt on. Today we're doing a mock test with Jean. Jean, tell them how many lessons you've had with me.
I think 15.
She's had a total of 22 hours. No private practice, have you?
No.
She has a test booked in when?
21st of February.
What is it? What time?
11:14. 11.
11. It's a good time, I like them ones. This is our very first mock test. 22.5 hours. If she drives well, what you can do, you should see a good drive, but for me 22 hours is not very many lessons to do a mock test, but she's covered everything. She's done quite well actually, but we'll see how it goes. Have any questions before we start? Tell them who you're friends with.
Emma Jackson.
Emma and Izzy, aren't you? And tell them what you're doing at university. You're going to university, aren't you?
Yeah.
What are you going to study?
I'm hoping to study astrophysics.
Astrophysics, this one, I can't even spell that. Right, have any questions?
No.
You sure? No, just behave, give us a lovely smooth drive and you'll be fine. Right, you want to do sat-nav, don't you? Now, throughout the drive, well, we're going to be out for 38 to 40 minutes, depending on traffic. We're going to take in various traffic and road conditions, one manoeuvre, possibly the control stop. And you will be, you will be driving independently by way of sat-nav or signs. We're going to do sat-nav for 20 minutes, yeah? Now, throughout the drive, this always messes up. Throughout the drive, I like to follow the road ahead at all times, unless you're directed by signs or markings, or I'll ask you to turn which you will do some good time. Do you understand that? Now, one question. How would you check your fault with anti-lock and brake system?
The red ABS light would come up on the dash.
Good. Can you see that? Sure. Right, when you're ready then stay cool and we'll get a good drive. Turn left out here and then that sat-nav should kick in.
You will arrive at your destination at 12:40 p.m.
So at the end of the road left and then go to the very end of the road and turn right. And just follow the sat-nav. Let's see on the dashboard. Now at the end of the road, right.
Turn right, St. John's Road.
Minor fault number 1, Gina goes down to undue hesitation. After this van goes past, there's a lovely gap to go, and we just sit there. So you should have been driving straight out. I think it was a learner driver coming from your right, but it was too far away. It looks like you're looking through a telescope. I like your technique when you stop, park and brake goes on, loving how you're moving off on the gas and clutch. All good driving skills, but you should have been straight out after the van. When safe to do so, could you show me how you demist the back window? Turn it off.
Turn right, A690.
Minor fault number 2. Gina goes down to undue hesitation again. You must be feeling a little bit nervous here. When we get to the junction, there's quite a few cars and then there's a lovely gap to pull out, but we just sit again. So you need to get your finger out, and when you see gaps, you need to go gas clutch. Jean, sitting here this long, that parking brake should be on. Then you should pivot the gas but not use. And then when you see a gap, start setting the gas and find the bike ready to go. Minor fault number 3, Jean, you move off. It goes down as moving off safely. You move off with the indicator on for left. So every time that driving examiner stops you, apply the parking brake, select neutral and cancel signal. I might not have marked this if there had been no traffic about. Minor fault number 4, Jean. Look how long it's took you to go into third gear coming down this road. If you run this back to where you moved off, and look, you only changed into second gear and you drove all the way down this road in second gear, then you finally changed it to third. Very close to being a serious fault, this, but we keep an eye on that one. Pull up the convenient place on the left. Serious fault number 1 for you, Jean. Jean, what happens here is when I asked you to pull up, there was loads of space just in front of you, and then what you do is you put your signal on. You've got a car close behind, so you put your signal on to tell them that you're pulling in. You start slowing down a bit. Then you realise there's a bus stop, and then you start to speed up and there's a car overtaking you. So what you should have done was pull up when I first asked you to do, because there's places where you can pull up and there's places where you can't pull up. Or when you did put the signal on, just slow down and pull up just before or after the bus stop. But don't start speeding up again with the indicator on for left when there's a car overtaking. You drive when you feel ready.
After 250 yards, turn left, A167, Newcastle Road. Turn left.
Serious fault number 2 for you, Jean. Jean, you must have thought you could just drive straight out of this junction, but you don't look. You leave your observations very late. You practically look when you're in the main road. Quite dodgy, this one, but it's what learners do. Minor fault number 5, Jean. Before we got to these traffic lights, you should have been in third gear, but you left it in second again. But I didn't mark it then. When we got through these lights, you drove all the way along this road in second gear again. The poor engine's screaming at you.
After 400 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit, A691, Southfield Way. Go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
Minor fault number 6, Jean. When you leave this roundabout, you only check the middle mirror. Your most important mirror here, as you well know, is the door mirror. Had there been a motorbike coming around there or another car going quite fast, then it could have been a serious fault. But when you're leaving, changing lanes and leaving roundabouts like this, good that you use the middle mirror, but your door mirror is very, very important. In the examiner's words, Jean, it's a lifesaver.
Take the exit, A691, Southfield Way. After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the 2nd exit. Cross the roundabout and take the 2nd exit.
Serious fault number 3 for you, Jean. Jean straight lines the roundabout. Jean, if there'd been anybody in that right lane wanting to turn right, then you'd crash into them. So this is down to them eyeballs, Jean. You know this and I know this, that you need to, when you drive on the roundabout, put your eyes to the left and follow the left curb round. Look where the left wheel wants to go. You were just looking straight ahead, and this is the reason you straight lined that roundabout.
After 300 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the 1st exit, B6532. Go left on the roundabout and take the 1st exit. Cross the roundabout and take the third exit, Durham Road.
I need the right lane for this one.
Cross the roundabout and take the third exit.
Serious fault number 4 for you, Jean. Gina goes down his gears. You're driving too far in second gear. If you run it back to where we left the roundabout, where you picked the mirror fault up for not changing the lanes when leaving the roundabout, you drove all the way down to the next roundabout in second gear, the one you straight lined. Then you came off that roundabout and drove all the way down to the next roundabout in second gear. Then you drove all the way up this road to this roundabout in second gear. So this is an unusual serious fault from you because you've never done this on any of your driving lessons, but you're not making enough use of your gears, you're more wear and tear on the engine, and you use burning more fuel and more. Well done, Jean. You're actually going to third gear going up this road. Since I've given you a serious fault, you must have been reading my mind. Now, if you watch this new driver who's just passed his test, the red Fiesta in front, this is why you do not pull clutches up first. He's got his green P's on, so it's just to tell everybody that he's passed. But he stalls twice. You know why he stalls twice for? Because he tries to lift the clutch first and making a mess of it. So when you learn to drive, put the gas on before you lift the clutch. Stop kidding yourselves.
Left on the roundabout and take the first exit, then turn left. Turn left, Abbey Road, then you have reached your destination on your left.
Just come all the way back round the roundabout, retrace our steps out, turn right, come all the way back round. Take the next immediate road to the right.
Turn right, Abbey Road, then you have reached your destination on your left.
Minor fault number 7, Gene. It goes down to stalling. When you stop and you didn't do your roll in first gear. You did go off route, you went the wrong way, but just redirected you. It wasn't worth giving you a minor fault because you've not really done anything wrong. But yeah, when you stop, you should have dropped this into first gear. That's the end of the independent drive. I'll direct you back from here. Can you pull up in a convenient place on the left? Serious fault number 5 for you, Gene. Oh. Well, Gene, I'm totally gobsmacked here, lost for words. It doesn't look so bad on video, but you pull up really close to the roundabout. When I asked you to pull up, there was loads of places just past the bus stop I would have pulled in. But I ask you to pull in, you put your signal on far too early because there's a side road before you pull up. Then you mount the pavement, come off the pavement, and then you pull up on the left. It doesn't look so bad on video, but this is really, really close to the roundabout. But serious fault number 5 for just mounting the pavement with both wheels. You drive when you feel ready. You drive when you feel ready. Minor fault number 8, Gene, you stall. You leave it in third instead of putting it in. You should put it in neutral when the examiner stops you. Handbrake, neutral, cancel signal. Turning right, third exit. Roundabout, turn left. fault number 6 for you, Jean. Jean, your 6th serious fault is for use of mirrors. I like how you choose the left lane to go straight ahead, third exit. This is good. But coming down here, you should have been looking in that door mirror at least twice. I've had to grab the wheels at times with pupils because there's been a motorbike coming down there, a bus, a taxi. These are all allowed to use the bus lanes. So we should have had 2 door mirror checks. You do use your middle mirror, but that's just as we're moving over. So serious fault number 6 goes down to use of mirrors. Change of speed. Yeah, sorry, change of speed, change of direction. You pull up really close to the next parked car. We'll leave enough for him to move off. About the car then. Really close, about the car length away. Further forward. Thank you. Then drive home when you feel ready. Minor fault number 9, Jean. You move off, you leave the signal on, you should be cancelling that. You cannot move off from the side of the road with an indicator on for left. That's come fuzz another road use, that is. At the roundabout, follow the road ahead, then take the next immediate left. On the left just after this white one, well before the next car. Just pull in just past that junction. A bit further forward. Keep going. A bit further. That'll do. Right, manoeuvre time. We want you to pull alongside the car and just reverse it back into a lovely palm position within 2 car lengths, including your own. Understand that?
driver when you're ready.
Yeah, well done, Gene. Yeah, good all-round observations. Apart from at the start, I would have looked over your right shoulder. I didn't mark this because there was nothing there, and if you look to the right, you've got nothing but fields. But if it was done in a housing estate, I would expect you to look all around the car. Your clutch control was excellent. Accuracy, it looks worse in the picture, but there would be no faults recorded for this because the accuracy is really good. Could, if I was nitpicking, could be a little bit closer. Good all-round observations looking through the back window. Really good, well done. I think I've done really well to get 6 serious faults out of you today. So ask the parents if they can pay me double for the day because I feel I've earned my wages and some.
And if you take the next road to the left and drive it forward in repair of your choice. So left here. And just drive it in repair. Well, just drive it in this one. Drive it in. Drive it in the one on the right. It's not part of the test, so do not worry if it's not between the lines. Right, that's the end of that. Then go on, explain.
I don't know.
Oh dear, turn your car off. Well, I'm gobsmacked at that. That's the worst I've ever seen you driven. How many serious faults?
I'd say at least 2.
2.
Yeah. But I think more. But there's
Go on.
there are more that like that. Because I know that Mountain the Curves one, and then when we got to Neville's Cross,
Yes.
there was the dotted line, and I didn't see it before it was too late.
Right. Well, do you want to know how many you've got? 6.
Okay.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what we're going to do here. Damn, that was painful. I'm shocked at times. Right, first one was use of mirrors. I should have pull up on the left. You had loads of places to pull up. So what you do is you put your indicator on for left, and you drive up the road, and then you change your mind and cancel the signal and carry on. And what was happening behind you?
Someone was overtaken.
There was somebody overtaking you, so you put a signal on to move off. You put a signal on pull up, and then so the car behind you said, "Oh well, I'm going to overtake you," and then you cancelled the signal and then just kept driving.
Yeah.
Now, if there'd been anybody coming the other way, then you know it would have made it very difficult for the car that was trying to overtake you. So I don't know why you didn't pull up on that, but I'm not worried about that one. Fix that one. Next one, go on then explain at Neville's Cross.
There's the double white line there.
The giveaway triangle and the double giveaway lines. Yeah, and what you didn't even look?
No.
What were you thinking there? Did you think these lights was yours?
Yeah.
That's a pedestrian crossing, so they'll always be on green. When you come here on the giveaway lines, you didn't look until you actually got out. Third one, normal driving position on a roundabout. You've never done this before, I don't think. Maybe it's in your early lessons. Watch how the blue car goes round the roundabout for straight ahead. You.
Oh, okay.
On one of the roundabouts. Next one, well, this one I find hard to believe. What does that say?
Second gear.
Gear. You never got out. You're very rare you got into third gear. You drove a lot of places in second gear. A lot of the time, power cars screamed like mad. Next one. What does that say? Position normal.
Stops.
Right. Explain where you mounted the curb. Can you remember?
Yeah.
What was in front of you there?
A junction.
A junction. What type of junction was it?
A closed.
It was did not look so bad on video, but it was a mini roundabout.
Oh.
Where did you pull your car?
Yeah, but yeah.
Go on, explain.
I wasn't sure if it was better to just keep going or to just.
Right. When I asked to pull in, there was loads of places to pull in, and you just kept going. Now, what I would have done is just not pulled in. I would have just got the roundabout and turned. I was that gobsmacked. I forgot to tell you where to go at the roundabout. Because when you come down there, you mount at the pavement, and then you come off the pavement, and you just park really close to it. It was about 10 metres. And the last one was this roundabout here. I said, follow the road ahead, that exit, can you remember? In New College. This one here now.
Was I in the wrong lane?
No, all good with that, well done.
Okay.
What does the marking say on approach? You can use either lane. Now, which one did you pick? The left, and you went round there, so that's all good stuff, well done. I thought you were going to use the right. In fact, I think you thought about that, didn't you? You picked the correct lane, but what's on the left-hand side here?
Bus lane.
Was there any mirror checks coming down there?
No.
What could have come up the left-hand side?
A bus.
Taxis, motorbikes, buses, anything here?
Mm-hmm.
Right, have you any questions before we go?
No.
Go on then, let's read home. Damn, that was painful, that. How are you going to explain that to your parents?
I'm not sure, but.
Your dad will probably come out and clip me around the ear if I put this up, won't he? He's going to say, what have you been doing with my daughter for 22 and a half hours? Come on, start your car.